Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've applied for a visa in Australia and are stuck waiting for a decision, but you also need to travel overseas, then today's video is for you. We're diving into Bridging Visa B or BVB Subclass 020, what it is, who's eligible, how to apply, and what to watch out for. First up, what is a Bridging Visa B or BVB? It's a temporary visa granted by the Australian government, specifically the Department of Home Affairs. The key feature here is that you can leave Australia and then return during a specified travel period, even while your substantive visa application, which is your main visa application, is being processed. Essentially, the BVB bridges the gap between your current visa and your future visa, but it also gives you the flexibility to travel. Now, let's talk about who can apply for a BVB and when it makes sense. To be eligible, you must already hold a Bridging Visa A, or in some cases, an existing BVB. You must also have a substantive visa application in progress, such as a partner visa, student visa, or skilled visa. It's crucial that you explain why you want to travel. There must be substantial or compelling reasons. This could be for family, work, medical reasons, or other urgent matters. You need to be in Australia when you apply for the BVB. You can't apply for it from overseas. Importantly, you usually need to show that your return to Australia would not be contrary to the public interest. So, what does a Bridging Visa B actually allow you to do? For starters, the travel rights are a significant perk. As we mentioned earlier, you can leave and then come back to Australia within the travel window specified in your visa grant notice. As for stay rights, after your travel window ends, you can still remain in Australia lawfully while you wait for the decision on your substantive visa. This is similar to how a Bridging Visa A works. Regarding work and study rights, these depend on the conditions attached to your visa. Often, work rights are similar to those of your previous Bridging Visa or previous substantive visa. Another thing to note is that your BVB may allow either just one trip out of Australia or multiple trips, depending on what the department grants. Now, let's discuss how long you can travel for and how long the visa itself is valid. The travel period, meaning when you're allowed to depart and re-enter, is specified on your visa grant letter, so you can't just leave anytime you want. It's common for the travel validity to be around 3 months, although this can depend on your individual case and your request. The BVB remains valid until certain terminating events happen, such as when your substantive visa is decided, whether that's granted or refused, when you withdraw your application, or other legal outcomes. A word of caution: if you leave after your travel period ends, even if your BVB is still technically active for staying, you might not be able to re-enter Australia without applying for a new BVB. Okay, now let's get into the application process. So, you need a BVB. How do you apply? The typical way is to use ImmiAccount, which is the online platform for visa applications. You'll need to fill out Form 1006, which is specifically for applying for a Bridging Visa B. There are several supporting documents you need to prepare. These include your current passport or identity documents, proof of your substantive visa application, your travel itinerary showing the dates you plan to leave and return, and a statement or evidence explaining why you need to travel. You also need to pay an application fee, and note that various sources list different amounts, so be sure to check the current pricing on the Home Affairs website. Timing is crucial here. Apply well before you plan to leave. Waiting until the last minute can be risky. If you leave without your BVB, your Bridging Visa A may cease, leaving you in a complicated situation. Now, let's talk about some important caveats, risks, and tips when dealing with a BVB. If you don't return to Australia before the travel window ends, you risk losing your re-entry rights under the BVB. Always check your visa grant notice very carefully. It will have your travel dates, the number of entries permitted, and any specific conditions like work attached to your visa. Be honest and thorough in your application about why you need to travel. Compelling reasons are critical for a successful application. Also, don't rely on verbal promises. Everything should be documented and submitted officially. If your circumstances change, such as a change of travel plans or a change of address, it's essential to notify the department as soon as possible. Given that processing times can vary greatly, it's always best to apply early, at least a few weeks before your intended departure date. If your situation is complicated or if your travel is urgent, consider talking to a registered migration agent for assistance. Now that we've covered the basics, let's make this more relatable by sharing some real-life scenarios where someone might use a bridging visa B. Imagine you've applied for a partner visa, but a close family member falls ill in your home country, and you need to fly back to support them. In this case, applying for a BVB before you leave ensures that you can return to Australia without jeopardizing your visa application. Another scenario could be that your visa is processing, but you've been invited to attend a work conference overseas. You want to take part in this opportunity but also want to ensure you can come back to Australia afterward. Lastly, you may need to travel for urgent medical treatment abroad while not wanting to put your visa application at risk. In all these situations, applying for a BVB before departing is crucial in ensuring you can return lawfully. So there you have it, Bridging Visa B, Subclass 020, is an excellent option if you need to travel while your visa application is in progress. It offers a valuable solution, but it comes with strict travel validity, timing, and documentation requirements, which means you need to plan carefully. If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to hit the like button, subscribe if you want more visa-related content, and drop a comment below if you have any questions about bridging visas or if you've had personal experiences to share. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll try to answer what I can, but do keep in mind that I'm not a lawyer or agent, just someone summarizing information from the Department of Home Affairs. Thanks for watching, and wishing you safe travels and patience while waiting for your visa.